Hello students, teachers, parents, history nerds. Hello everybody, and welcome to Nutshelled History, where we lay out the facts, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Today, we are going to continue our Ancient Civilizations series by looking at the Ottoman and Safavid empires. Don't forget that there's a link for a fill-in-the-blank worksheet in the description. I just ask that you like and subscribe. I apologize for any mispronunciations ahead of time. I do my best. Okay, let's go. Centuries after the Abbasids lost control of the Muslim Empire, two new Muslim dynasties, the Ottomans and Safavids, dominated the Middle East and parts of Eastern Europe. New military technology allowed these two groups to develop strong central governments. Cannons and muskets gave greater firepower to foot soldiers. The period from 1450 to 1650 is sometimes called the Age of Gunpowder Empires. The Ottomans were Turkish-speaking nomads who had expanded into Asia Minor and the Balkan Peninsula by the 1300s. They were successful in capturing Constantinople in 1453. The city was renamed Istanbul and became the capital of the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire enjoyed a golden age under Suleiman, who ruled from 1520 to 1566. He expanded the empire into Asia, Africa, and Europe. Although he was defeated at Vienna in 1529, the empire remained the largest and most powerful in Europe and the Middle East for centuries. The Ottoman Empire controlled major trade routes between Europe, Asia, and Africa, and Istanbul became one of the great trading capitals of the world. The Ottoman navy dominated all trade in the Eastern Mediterranean. Eventually, the Portuguese and other European navies commanded new trade routes around South Africa and ended Ottoman control of both land and sea routes. The top two social classes in Ottoman society, military men and intellectuals, such as scientists and lawyers, were nearly all Muslims. Below them were men involved in trade and production, and then farmers. All people belonged to religious communities, which provided for education and legal matters. The Jewish community, which had been expelled from Spain, possessed international banking connections that benefited the Ottomans. Ottomans converted some young Christian boys to Islam and trained them for government service. Some were chosen for the Janissaries, an elite force of the Ottoman army. The brightest became government officials. Ottoman culture included great poets, painters, and architects. However, after Suleiman's death, the empire declined. By the 1700s, it had lost control of areas in Europe and Africa. By the early 1500s, the Safavids united an empire in Persia, modern Iran. They were Shiite Muslims who fought with Sunni Ottomans to the west and the Mughals in India to the east. Their greatest king, or Shah, was Shah Abbas, who ruled from 1588 to 1629. He created a strong military and developed alliances with Europeans. Abbas lowered taxes and encouraged industry. He tolerated other religions and built a capital at Isfahan, which became a center for silk trading. After Abbas's death, the empire suffered from religious disputes until its end in 1722. In the late 1700s, a new dynasty, the Qajars, won control of Iran, made Tehran the capital, and ruled until 1925. And now the recap. The Ottomans and Safavids were the power players of the Middle East from 1450 to 1650, thanks to their impressive use of cannons, muskets, and general battlefield swagger. The Ottomans, Turkish-speaking conquerors, bagged Constantinople in 1453, renamed it Istanbul, and turned it into a thriving trade hub. Under Suleiman the Magnificent, who definitely earned that title, they expanded their empire, though Vienna stubbornly refused to join the party in 1529. Meanwhile, the Safavids in Persia, modern Iran, built a Shiite empire, clashing with the Sunni Ottomans and the Mughals. Their star player, Shah Abbas, built a strong army, encouraged trade, and made Isfahan a silk-selling sensation. However, both empires eventually declined, perhaps proving that while gunpowder can win battles, it can't hold an empire together forever. There you have it, folks. That is the Ottoman and Safavid empires nutshelled. Thanks for stopping by Nutshelled History. I always appreciate the likes and subscribes, so please oblige. See you all next time on Nutshelled History.